Just what do you think you're doing, little human? Trespassing at my shrine so late at night. The moon is high in the sky, and all good humans should be far from here. Oh my! It seems that pretty mouth of yours is glued shut. Am I really that frightening? You speak. Well, one syllable is hardly speech, but perhaps I can warm you up. I'm quite good at coaxing sweet sounds from human lips. Blushing already? Well, I guess I can believe you don't find me too terrifying in that case. You don't seem like you expected me either, though, so I must ask. What brings you to my far from humble, and further yet from the city, abode? A nature walk. You are far from the beaten path. I wonder what led you astray. Oh yes, the trees do seem to shift here more than the normal woods. The magic in the air here is tricky. So you found your return route cut off? What then? I have heard that one before. A trail of golden poppies and foxtails seemed to lead you through the dark and foreboding woods. Interesting indeed. So, you're the sort to follow a gilded trail, even without knowing what sort of trap may await at the end. What a foolish little thing. What would you like to be judged for, if not your actions? Appearances, perhaps? You are quite adorable when you pout like that. I'd give you full marks. 10 out of 10. Yes, you are. I consider myself an expert at reading human expressions. And that, my darling, was a pout. Well, yes and no. I don't normally allow humans in my home. When I want something from them, I venture into your villages. No, they're towns and cities now, aren't they? Anyway, it's a bit of a trek, but it's so easy to find a willing snack among the mortals. The trip is always worth it. I always have my fill. Why are you holding back? I can see the question in your eyes, pretty thing. Ask it. Who am I? Is that really what you want to ask? There we are. What am I? A simple question with many answers. Perhaps you know me by one of them. Kitsune, Kumiho, Nine Tails. Just notice the tails, have we? You can stare. I don't mind. Do you want to know a secret? about my soft, fluffy, luxurious tales? Human legends have some truly outlandish ideas of what my kind are like, but they do have a few things right. For one, the more tales, the more powerful a fox spirit is. As you can see, I have all 9. Of course, you want to know how we acquire power. My, aren't you curious? And how straightforward you've gotten, even with your face burning red. Maybe I should show you just how I acquire my power from attractive, strong humans like you. That conflict in your eyes is adorable. You know I'm dangerous, but you just can't help yourself. Don't rack your brain too hard. It wasn't a serious offer. For now. Oh, don't just stand there in the garden like a statue gathering moss either. Come inside, my dear. And do remember to take off your shoes. I don't need you stomping mud from the forest all over my clean floors. Are you refusing me? How cute. I couldn't tell from a distance in the moonlight, but your eyes are rather striking for a mortal. I'm sure you've been positively showered in compliments before, but I don't mean anything as mundane as the pretty color of your irises, or how perfectly your dark lashes frame them. I'm speaking of the depths of your being that shine through. Your soul, I suppose, to borrow a term you would understand. Most humans have souls that are quite dim by the time they reach adulthood. The pressures of the world grind away all that pretty light and sparkle until they are a pale imitation of their true self. But somehow, the pressure has transformed you into a shining diamond, where others shattered. There's no such thing as too close, my dear human. But I'll step back a pace, give you some room to breathe for a moment. Oh no, I wouldn't do that if I were you. If you leave my sanctuary, who knows what lurks in the trees beyond? The dark woods hide terrors your mortal mind can scarcely comprehend. I assure you, despite the teeth and claws, I'm the nicest being you'll find in that forest. Not convinced? Well, would you like to hear the story of the last poor traveler who stumbled across my shrine and didn't accept my hospitality? Well, to keep things short then, they left my shrine in one piece, but they left the forest in many. Actually, I'm not sure most of them did leave the forest. But if you think you can survive, who am I to stop you? I could be lying. Maybe the woods are truly a peaceful place, filled with nothing but fresh pines and bird song. Did it feel peaceful to you as you wandered in the deepening darkness, taking care to strain your ears for the slightest sign of life? Or did you know, deep down in your rapidly racing heart, that the forest is filled with predators? Maybe you even sensed that the second you saw one coming, it would already be too late. But like I said, the forest awaits, if you're the gambling sort. Excellent choice. Now come along, human. I'll show you to your room for the evening. Welcome to my home. Oh, we really were cutting it quite close. Did you not realize how late it was? I wonder how long you were wandering those woods. I'm lucky you stumbled upon me when you did. No, dear. I wouldn't say it was lucky for you, too. If I had to guess, I would wager you have no idea what it means for a mortal to cross over the barrier of a new day here, in my shrine. Accepting the hospitality of a Kitsune has a high price. Put quite plainly, it means you're mine. You can't leave until I allow it. I'm entirely serious. You can scream and pound on that door until your voice goes hoarse and your fists bleed. But without my magic, you'll find it quite sealed. Now, I enjoy a touch of fear, but let's not ruin that pretty face of yours with tears. I have no intention of hurting you. I meant it when I said you have pretty eyes. And now, they won't look at anyone but me. You can stay here and feed me that delicious human energy as my pet. And in return, you'll want for nothing. You don't need to burden your mind with silly thoughts of escaping. After all, even if you somehow did disenchant my barrier, the dark woods would still tear you to shreds. Be a good pet, and maybe, someday, once I've had my fill or grown bored, I'll take you back to your human city on one of my hunts. Or you can disobey and discover the consequences for yourself. I'd truly prefer a nice, comfortable life together. But the choice is yours.